How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. In today's video, we are going to be slowly making our way towards the next temple, and we'll actually be outside of it by the end of this video. But first off, there's a few things that we can get now. A bunch of those items being salvage materials, or salvage treasures, I should say. Nothing too exciting that I come across in this video. I believe your salvage treasures may be different than mine, so maybe you'll have some better ship parts than I get, or maybe be able to end up being worse. I don't really know. Hopefully you'll get better parts than I do. I don't really know how I'm gonna go about going for some of the better ship parts that you can get. We'll just have to see. Some of it might be a lot of save and resetting. Otherwise, I'll just have to see what I can figure out, you know? Because this is kind of a learning process for me, just learning how to get all the ship parts and whatnot, but I think I can hopefully figure things out. And this chest, for whatever the reason, has a really lenient Bombchu timer. I don't know why that is, because I don't think this really gives us anything super exciting for the treasure map itself reward. But we got it done in time, so that's all that matters. We are also able to buy a heart container now from our shop on, I think it's called Murky Island. Talk to this you can talk to this guy if you want to about pure metal. He doesn't have anything to say that's particularly exciting, but we do have to stop him by the leader because we get our money back and a bit extra, which is really cool. In just a moment, he'll give it back to us. Just a moment. See, 200, which is pretty cool. And by this point, hopefully you have enough rupees to buy the heart container. Otherwise, there's tons of ways you can get it. By selling your ship parts that you may have extras of, selling your treasures, just even doing mini games if you really feel like it. Like you could go back to that rupee making mini game if you really want to. Otherwise, you could keep on slashing bushes, just whatever you want to do, really. Doesn't really matter. Bombchus are going to help us on our way in the Temple of the Ocean King from now on. However, we don't actually need to go there right away, because there's one more temple that we can do in this quadrant. But it's not the most super exciting thing in the world, I should say. Oh, we can also buy the Bombchu Bag here. I think this sets us at 20 Bombchus now, instead of our usual 10. I was hiccuping again, excuse me. Which can be very helpful, because I was going through Bombchus quite a bit in that dungeon, which, if you're bad at controlling the Bombchus like I cannot speak this episode. I just ate supper, and I had some ice cream, so I might be a little hyper, but that makes me think somewhat better sometimes, but sometimes not so much. But I am looking forward to the next dungeon. There's a very exciting one, ice-based, but I still gotta say, this island here, Goron Island, I think is probably my favorite so far, but who knows, that may switch up yet. We will just have to see. And here's a little, I guess, montage-y thing of me just going around collecting random stuff throughout the video. Here's where we're going to get our heart container. And I think it's cool that you can buy heart containers in this game. I mean, it's not something you can normally do. I'm pretty sure you could buy heart pieces before in other Zelda games, but I don't think we were ever able to buy heart containers themselves, because in Wind Waker I don't think you were able to purchase a full-on heart container, but maybe you could. Because I think in Ocarina of Time, what was that, we were able to buy like a piece of art from one of the Deku Scrubs. So that was pretty cool there, but it's just seeing the evolution of people, random people having heart containers and whatnot. And one thing I want to know from you guys is, does anyone else find it strange that just there's only a set amount of heart containers and heart pieces like throughout Hyrule? And how do these people get their hands on them, you know? It's always just, it seems so mysterious to me how they do so. So I don't know if they just grow on certain trees or something. I don't know. But we can make our way to the next... Okay, one thing I do want to notice. We can make our way to the next dungeon. Temple. Island, whatever you want to call it. If this was remade, that would be really cool. Like, I don't know if high rolls flatter the spear like the Earth. But I think it'd be really cool. I think it's called draw distance. If they increase that so you can see like all the islands from wherever you are. That would be really cool, especially if they remake this game someday, or Spirit Tracks. I don't know if the issue is really noticeable in Spirit Tracks. I don't really know how the render draw distance is in that game. But I think it's better than this one. Might be. And you might be able to do this island before you do go on island. I'm not 100% certain on that part. I think you maybe can. But for this, all you have to do is just go around in circles, shoot off the ice pieces. It's 2 cannons per little ice section, so you can just stop if you want to. Otherwise, it's pretty easy to just hit them while you're going. Like I said, just 2 shots to the ice cubes will take them down, easy peasy. And you just gotta be on the lookout for whatever the sandhill these winged things are. And I guess this is how the inhabitants of the island live, or have lived for like the past 100 years or so. Which I would think would be really cold, especially with the sun being blocked, and these suckers are this cold that the sun isn't melting them. So why is there no ice in the water nearby? I don't really know. Or maybe it's just the island itself is generating ice for some reason, and it's not affecting the water at all. I don't really know how it works, but for whatever the reason, Link's really not bothered by the cold here, which is good for him. I don't think he has Triforce Courage with him anymore by this point. So I'm not really sure how he's protected from it. Maybe it's the Spirit of Wisdom that's protecting him from the cold. I don't really know. I'm just going to assume that for now, until proven otherwise. But like I say, you just go around in a little circle, shooting all these ice cubes, and eventually it's going to be done. And then I'm pretty sure it's just going to automatically dock you. Excuse me. So it's, I don't know, it's not as exciting as killing a water boss fight, or water boss, but, you know, it's something, right? And I guess they don't automatically dock you, which is a little strange. I don't know why they do that for the boss fights, unless it just kind of spawns you into a different area for the boss fights, but, like, keeps everything looking the same. I don't know why that is. But after we do this dungeon, there's going to be some, well, at least one very exciting thing that we can pick up on the island. And since it's not really anything, like, 100% necessary, it is actually a gold rupee, which in this game is going to give us 300 rupees. So it's pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. But not necessary for 100% completion. It's just there if you want to get it. Like, if you need some extra rupees and 300 will be enough to help you out with whatever you're dealing with, go ahead and buy it. Otherwise, you can forget about it. But I won't forget about it since it's easy enough to obtain. I don't know if you need to talk to all these guys here this time. I think I did so anyways, just to talk with them, get some interaction going. But I don't think it's necessary. And in terms of, like, collectability for this island, there's not really much to do here, at least for the moment. There is, like, I think there might be a treasure map we can get early, but I'm not certain on that. And the way that, so we're gonna have to search for the imposter, and there's some context clues that the people give you. You can kind of, well, you can figure out on your own. I used the guidebook for this because I was like, I ain't dealing with trying to figure out who the real one is. I believe that the way that you do this properly is just to look at the names on the signs outside the house, and compared to what they tell you, I'm pretty sure it's always going to be the same inhabitant every time. Anouki, that's what they're called. I'm pretty sure it's the same house every single time. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure. So we want to talk to the chief first, and then he's going to be like, oh, you want to go to the temple, huh? The chief, guy. I like that he says guy. It's so un-Zelda-like. It's a little interesting, but... So, since we want to get the medal, he's going to request that we figure out, excuse me, which one is the imposter. And a weird thing about some of the enemies and the imposters, Although it shows you killing them, I don't think it's supposed to be you actually killing them, because they are going to show up later on, and they're going to be friendly, so I don't know what exactly is happening, if we're just knocking them out and then they respawn somewhere else for some reason, like Link has some sort of teleportation ability. I don't really know. That's just kind of the gist I get from it. But I don't know. I don't know for certain. But the Yook, whatever they're called, they're liars. So we have to figure out which one is the imposter. I don't know where the normal inhabitants of the house is. Why he can't just tell us who's the imposter. I don't know. And I like the people on this island. They're being all snarky and whatnot, and calling us guy. It's, like I say, it's not Zelda-like, but it's interesting. It's like, I don't know, makes me feel like these people are more modern-esque, I guess. And just the way they talk, and I don't know. I wish we saw these suckers again because they're interesting. I can't remember if they're in Tears of the Kingdom or not. I don't remember them being in it, but maybe they are. But they're interesting people, you know? They really are. So if you want to do this old-fashioned way, just go inside each house, compare it with the sign that's in front of their house. Some of them are going to say that there's a liar in one of the houses, and, like, comparing, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm at a loss of words right now. I just can't think of words. I think it's too much ice cream ahead. But it is going to be the house in the middle, right next to us. But I would recommend talking to everyone, just so you know what's what. And I don't know what happens if you pick out the wrong person. I don't know if it like kicks you off or if it just says, no, I'm not the imposter, or something like that. I suppose you could just go up to everyone and accuse everyone of being the imposter, and there would be no repercussions. At least I don't think there is. I don't know for certain. But I didn't feel like trying, because that would have been dangerous. And I don't know where these suckers sleep. I don't know if they're sleeping on the cold ice or if that thing behind them is their bed. I don't really know, because I don't know how they're like, if there's couples on this island or not. I would assume there is, because there's like a whole bunch of inhabitants. But I don't know if there's a house for everyone, so I'm assuming some of them might be couples. I also don't know how exactly they work, if they're wearing coats or if that's their skin. Because they do have antlers. So I don't really know how it all works. Link's just sort of a detective at the moment. So, the imposter sucker, like I say, is going to be in the top middle. I'm pretty sure I used a guide for this. I don't know what was taking me so long that I had to keep going back from house to house. Maybe I did figure this out on my own. I really don't remember, because I filmed this video probably maybe a week or two ago. Like, I get on these, like, Zelda kicks, right? I really want to play the game a lot, but I don't feel like doing the commentary and whatnot right away, so I wait until I feel like doing it. But like I say, the sucker is the Yook. And I don't know how the Yook fits in that outfit. It doesn't make sense at all. Unless it's some sort of magic outfit. I really don't know. I just don't know. And we eat it out of the house. And fortunately, Link is still standing. And somehow the Yook escapes which I don't know how nobody saw him. I don't know how Link didn't see him escape. I don't fully understand the logic some of these times. We get a nice 200 rupee, which the statue told us about. So we head back to the chief, and he's going to give us permission to explore the rest of the island. And I really like the whole, like, icy atmosphere this island has. Like, we had the Goron Island, which is all rocks, and I don't know, I feel like it reminds me of, like, the fireplaces in Zelda games, like Fire Temple and whatnot. And this place really reminds me of, like, someplace like Snow Peak or Snowhead. Both of them are ice-based. This island is just... it really captures the snowy feel of Zelda games. I think that's really cool. I remember, I want to say it was a trailer for this game, and I always saw this part, and I always thought it looked really cool. I always wanted to meet the creatures that were here, because they all seemed like really friendly people. And, I don't know, getting to play here again, it was really cool to see everyone again. Getting to play through this again, just... because you gotta think, I haven't played Phantom Hourglass since, like, I was probably 7 or 9 years old. Between those ages, I would say. And it has been a nostalgia experience, I gotta say. It's just really good to just get those feels again and just play it as an adult now. And because that was almost 20 years ago that I last played this game. So things have changed a little bit. These are the guys that I was talking about in that other video where I say you have to throw the bomb in their mouth when they start sucking in. So, toss a bomb in their mouth, and like I was saying earlier, apparently we're not killing these guys, we're just like knocking them out, because they all respawn after the temple's beat. So I don't know where exactly they disappear to, or how this works. Maybe these are just clones of the real ones, I don't really know. But don't you worry, because Link is going to get his revenge on that one Yook that yeeted him out of the house very soon. Just gotta take care of these loyal, evil bodyguards that are guarding the temple with blue fire. And I wonder what the lore is behind blue fire in Zelda games. Like, what exactly is it? Because you need blue fire to melt red ice. Oh, I guess it's not blue fire, but it's blue ice, like really blue ice. But still, what is blue fire? I know I'm like getting off topic, but what is blue fire? I just don't know. Well, we have one little fight here against the Yook that yeeted us out of the house, so you just fight him the same way that you beat any other Yook. You just throw the bombs in their mouth. At least I think this is the one that yeeted us out of the house. And I don't know if it's because I'm using the Spirit of Wisdom upgrade, or Spirit of Wisdom, well, I guess it's an upgrade, that makes us automatically block all his attacks. I think it's just the normal shield, but it's still really a useful shield in this game. But that is going to do it for this video. In the next video, we're going to be going through the, I think it's called the Ice Palace or something. So I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.